Esther used to live. You know, there's been a cliff there forever so long, even before they put the road in, and it's all the way straight down to the creek. It's a pretty good drop. And the story goes that a fella had some horses there in that field of Pet Lafferty's, or Dave Wills's field, and that it was dark, and that one night his horses got a little frisky and knocked him over that cliff, and he broke his neck, killed him, and he broke his neck. Since that time, on an irregular periodicity, there've been tales of horses appearing in that area late at night or in the dark. Now Esther she was always kind of scary, but she was very young, maybe 15 or 20, and they were on the road there, going down by where she would eventually come to live, and that it was dark, very dark, no lights in the houses. Kids had no lights, she had no light, and that she started hearing horses, like a lot of horses, and she knew it was dark, and she knew that the horses would trample the kids in the dark. They'd never see them, run over top of them, and it got louder and louder coming down the creek, and she grabbed all the kids and shoved them over to the side of the road, over the creek bank into the creek. And the horses kept getting louder, and she said it was so loud it would deafen you. And they came and went right by her and said she could feel the wind off of them. And the horses went on. And she never heard any more about it. And the next day she asked around, and that different folks asked around, and no one had that many horses, let alone that many horses loose. And they just thought she was crazy. But the kids, they heard it too. Well, and then several other people in that same area have heard the horses that were never there and that could never be accounted for. Not too long before Esther died, she couldn't sleep very well. She came feeling well. She didn't sleep very well, and she'd get up at night and smoke and look out the window. And her front porch looks right over to that cliff, maybe 100 yards or less. She said it was a full moon night, in the middle of winter time, plenty of light to see. And she said she was sitting there looking out the window, and there was a black horse came walking down the road, just as quiet and pretty as you please. You could hear it. You could see it. There was no problem with enough lighting. You could see plainly what it was. And it walked down past the little turn off to her bridge, and then turned around and walked back up the road, walked across the bridge into her driveway, and walked back across the bridge and walked on down the road. And she never thought that much about it. And the next morning she killed him.